I'm going to be ranking every SpongeBob Christmas episode, starting first with SpongeBob's Road to Christmas. This episode follows SpongeBob, Plankton, and Patrick's journey to the North Pole. The reasoning behind this is because SpongeBob wants to give Santa his Christmas gift that Santa twerked away. Yeah, and Plankton wants to hack himself onto the nice list to get the secret formula. I actually really enjoyed that they added Plankton. I feel having two plot lines that needed to be resolved was really nice and made me want to watch till the end more. Also, this dynamic that SpongeBob and Patrick had with Plankton was very enjoyable. Newer SpongeBob and Patrick are pretty obnoxious. That's not really a surprise. But for some reason in this episode, it just worked. Because it seemed like they were just rage baiting the nuts out of Plankton. And it was funny. It kind of reminded me of Elf. SpongeBob and Patrick were just having fun and not taking life so serious. And this made Plankton mad, just like the dad from Elf. One thing that really did scare me though in the beginning of this episode was that it wasn't Christmas. While it started during Christmas time, the actual episode takes place during July. So I felt like this was going to be a bad Christmas special, but they proved me wrong. One of the first Christmassy locations we see is a Christmas theme park that SpongeBob and Patrick believe is a North Pole. I enjoyed this sequence because I live in Florida. So my Christmas experience is usually in an amusement park that is not cold whatsoever. So that was nostalgic. It was also funny seeing SpongeBob and Patrick be so oblivious, and one part that really stood out was when they thought they were seeing elves, which were obviously animatronics, but they did not know that, and one of the elves literally smashes the other elf's head, and SpongeBob's face is genuinely hilarious here. They then go see Santa, which is obviously like a mall Santa. It doesn't really make sense why Santa is here during July, but it also makes no sense that Santa is Patchy the pirate. I don't like this part at all. It's extremely random and feels like a sad attempt to throw Patchy in there because it's a Christmas special. This was lame. Patchy though gives them a map because Patrick broke their navigation and they now head to the actual North Pole. And they then do some more lazy writing, and instead of having a fun adventure sequence, we just see a map of them having a bunch of conflicts getting there. But when they reach the North Pole, this part really makes up for all of that. I really enjoy the North Pole part. I like how they got creative with the reindeers. They could have gone with some boring reindeers, but instead they went with some buff, scary reindeers, which was just fun. Also, instead of the elves being nice, they make it hard for SpongeBob to get this gift to Santa, and they get into a huge brawl, which allows Plankton to change himself onto the nice list. Santa then comes in, and of course he loves SpongeBob, so he stops everyone, and SpongeBob gives him his gift. And Plankton just gets rage baited again, thinking his gift is a secret formula, but it's just a cute letter SpongeBob wrote to Santa about how thankful he is. The episode then ends during Christmas time at the Krusty Krab, and SpongeBob gives Plankton a gift. It's a cute moment, and it's just nice to get that Christmas atmosphere. This episode honestly had a lot of Christmas elements, and definitely delivered on what a Christmas special should be. It might have been a little random and goofy, but I like that they got creative with it. This episode for now will go into third place. The next episode is Goons on the Moon. I really don't like this episode. I'm honestly not even sure how it's classified as a Christmas special. I literally had to check multiple times to make sure it even was. And it is, sadly. This episode is about Sandy, SpongeBob, Pearl, and Squid Dina Star from the hit series The Patrick Show. Now I say that disrespectfully, but I actually did not hate her character here. Anyways, they are going to the moon, and Squidward, while delivering a Krabby Patty, gets sent to the moon by accident as well. Now they went to the moon for exploration and nerdy stuff, and there are random moments in space that torture Squidward and blah blah boring. The episode truthfully is nothing special at all. It feels like a generic episode. Even the conflict is dumb. It's SpongeBob just hitting a button and moving the moon closer to the Earth, which I mean the bikini bottom fish having no water was a funny sequence, but this conflict just kind of felt forced. So Sandy told him to get lunch, which was a red button next to the launch button red button. That doesn't even make sense. Wouldn't there just be a cooler with food? Why is lunch a button? Regardless though, I did kind of like the Squidward side plot. It felt similar to the episode SB-129, where Mr. Squidward Tentacles wants to get away from SpongeBob. I mean, this dude is on the moon. He cannot go back to Bikini Bottom. There's no way to get there. Most people would be freaking out, right? But this dude starts getting happy because no SpongeBob. And then obviously SpongeBob's still here. Now you're probably wondering, after everything I just said, how in the world is this a Christmas special? And I was thinking the exact same thing. Turns out Santa sleeps on the dark side of the moon. Yeah, So pretty much this episode is a Christmas special because they just threw Santa into the episode for no reason. No Christmas vibes, no Christmas spirit, just Santa on the moon. That's so lame and lazy. By the way, the conflict is solved by SpongeBob getting squirt guns out of Santa's bag and then SpongeBob becomes the moon. Extremely silly resolution. Yeah, this episode was not very good and was a very bad Christmas special. This is going in last place for now. The next episode is probably the most iconic Christmas episode, Christmas Who. This episode even has a Christmas theme intro, which by the way, only one other episode out of these 6 has a Christmas theme intro. That's very sad. We start with Patchy and Potty preparing for Christmas, and then telling us about SpongeBob's first Christmas. Much better than the random Patchy the Pirate Santa cameo. Now this episode doesn't really have a hardcore Christmas atmosphere. I mean, they got some lights, Santa hats, a tree with jellyfish lanterns on it, some candy canes, but it's not like generic Christmas themed. But this is Bikini Bottom's first Christmas, so they are new to this. I absolutely love this concept though, because it makes for such a phenomenal story. So Sandy, being from the land of the people, knows of Christmas and tells SpongeBob about it. He then goes on to tell everyone about this Santa and inspires them all to write letters. Squidward thinks this is the dumbest thing he's ever heard. Even during this banger of a song and everyone coming together for Christmas, Squidward is a hater and not joining along for this celebration. Now it may seem like generic Karen hater Squidward, but this is what makes the episode so good. So pretty much Santa does not come, and Squidward is rubbing it in SpongeBob's face until SpongeBob gives him this amazing gift. And here's where Squidward shows that side of him we rarely see, that caring side of him. He feels bad for SpongeBob because, well, he got him this awesome gift and SpongeBob is sad. So Squidward cosplays as Santa to make him happy, which kind of bites him in the butt because he then has to give away his entire house to make everyone in Bikini Bottom happy. This was insanely nice of Squidward. He literally just lost everything just to make SpongeBob happy, and that is just amazing. Also in the end, I think it's hilarious that Santa then comes down and just laughs at Squidward. So bro just rage baited Squidward like crazy into giving his house away. It's just a funny little plot twist to further add to Squidward's awful luck. I love this episode. It may not put me directly into the Christmas spirit, but it does enough, while delivering such a fantastic, engaging story. It's just such a fun watch. It's a cute episode, and this song is a banger. I'm gonna put this episode at 2 for right now. It may go to number 1 later, but we gotta see the other episodes. The next episode is Plankton's Old Chum. Just the title should explain to you that this episode is buns, and most definitely not gonna get you into that Christmas spirit whatsoever. I will say it's different. It's definitely different. It's about Christmas, right? But instead of snow, it's chum. Instead of Christmas, it's Chum Day. Regardless if it's creative though, it's just a boring episode. There's really nothing special about it at all. I honestly don't have much to say. The only conflict is that Plankton has to eat all of his chum because there is a $1 billion fine for dumping chum. So I guess he gets his karma for dumping his chum everywhere, but it's just a boring resolution that's also just gross. Chum is also just disgusting. This episode is disgusting. I know it's supposed to be funny or something like, look at them, they're acting like the chum is snow. It's so funny. But I don't know, it's just random and dumb. It's just a bad episode and a sad excuse for a Christmas special. I honestly feel like this episode should be last place. But when compared to Goons on the Moon, Christmas special for Christmas special, this episode does give a little more of that. So I'm gonna put this episode in 5th place. The next episode is Sandy's Country Christmas. Now, if you know anything about the Sandy movie, you probably know that no one liked it at all. And this episode piggybacks off that movie really hard, which doesn't sound good. It's about Sandy's family coming to Bikini Bottom to celebrate Christmas with her. So it's primarily focused on Sandy and her family, and that kinda sucks, because her family is pretty boring and not likable at all in my opinion. Before I go more into my hatred, I will say this episode does nail the Christmas spirit, especially compared to others on this list, like Goons on the Moon. The vibe is definitely there. Okay, so back to the Sandy family. Sandy wants to create an instant Christmas tree potion, and she does. But her family is goofy, so her siblings use this potion and make this tree really big and knock Santa out of the sky. This is so preventable and feels really forced to create a conflict. Santa has so much time to not hit this tree, and he just hits it for plot reasons. So because of the hit, Santa lost all of his memories, which means he can't give the presents. So the Sandy family decides to give out Santa's gifts to everyone. And real quick, earlier in the episode, there was his country song. And usually in these specials, their songs are amazing. But this song wasn't very amazing. I did not like it. But to be fair, I don't like country music, so maybe that's not fair. But this same song goes on for the entire montage. And that was a little insufferable for me. Besides that, it's honestly not a very entertaining montage. It's very rushed, and it seems more like a gag than them quote unquote saving Christmas. This episode just really isn't very special. It's supposed to be a cute Sandy family episode, but it just felt like a country song music video with no personality, no actual character chemistry, and a forced bonding experience. Regardless though, they delivered a great Christmas vibe, and I liked that a lot. It did feel like a Christmas special. I may just be a country hater, so I'm biased, I don't know. I'm gonna put this episode in the 4th spot. Now finally, the last episode is It's a SpongeBob Christmas. This episode is, in my opinion, the Christmas episode. It's the episode I instantly think of when I think of Christmas and SpongeBob. We start this episode with Patchy the Pirate and his bird, and they have this whole side plot of them trying to find Santa. It's interesting, it's fun, and way better than that mall transformation Santa thing. The actual episode is about Plankton once again trying to get on the nice list to get the secret formula. Obviously, Plankton can't get on the nice list naturally, he's a jerk, so he decides to make this fruitcake that turns everyone into a jerk. Pretty much if everyone is more of a jerk than him, then by comparison, he is just better. I don't really think this plot or story is revolutionary. I do think Christmas Who had a better story, but we are trying to find the best Christmas episode. And man, does this episode just give us the most Christmas feeling ever. I mean, for one, it has that Christmas intro, and once we go to SpongeBob, all of Bikini Bottom is decorated beautifully. SpongeBob then sings one of SpongeBob's greatest songs.
Santa, Santa, Santa has his dry little eyes on me.
I love this song. It's amazing, it's a banger. Also, through this song, we learn about Patrick's motive to trap Santa, which adds a little fun to the story, because in the end, he does capture him, and this actually made me laugh. It caught me really off guard. Anyways, Plankton first tries to make SpongeBob a jerk, and it doesn't work because the Jerktonium fruitcake is no match for SpongeBob's pure heart. But SpongeBob ends up sharing the fruitcake with everyone, and making every single person in Bikini Bottom awful, except for Squidward. He's just naturally awful. The fish turning into jerks is also very funny. SpongeBob has always done well with making NPCs so rude.
Hey, I just got my license!
Hey, I'm getting mine next.
Hey, I doubt it!
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
And they really showed that here. Further into the story, Plankton makes a robot SpongeBob to tarnish Bob's reputation. While this is happening, SpongeBob ends up figuring out with Sandy what is really going on, and they find the cure to the fruitcakes, which is singing. This is where SpongeBob goes 2 for 2 and delivers another just straight up platinum record of a song.
Don't be a jerk, it's Christmas.
The resolution is very similar to SpongeBob's Road to Christmas, where Plankton thinks he gets the formula and gets robbed. It's always fun to see this dude get humbled. Also, SpongeBob's boss fight with his robot self went crazy. That was dope. This episode just does everything right. It's a perfect example of what a Christmas special should be. It has the vibe and atmosphere down packed. It's got a fun story that is engaging. It's got some banger Christmas songs. It's a feeling you get watching this that is just unmatched. It truthfully does get you in that holiday spirit. Now this episode along with Christmas Who are both amazing, but I think if we are ranking solely on what's a better Christmas special, It's a SpongeBob Christmas nails the Christmas aspect much better. So I'm gonna put it first.